Hey guys, just wanted to talk about the fight last night. I know Pops and I always try and talk about the fights that we kind of look forward to. Last night was DDP versus Strickland, and if you remember, Pops and I had kind of talked about how we were looking forward to DDP getting a title shot because he should have had the shot against Adesanya before he had to pull out due to an injury, and Strickland ended up taking that fight and shocked the world. So when we found out that he was going to get the title shot, we were very happy about that because we felt like that was the best shot. Um, Although I wanted DDP to win, that fight was really close in my opinion. I think Pops will also agree with that because we both wanted DDP, but it was super close for most of the fight. The takedowns I think played a big factor because there was about 6 takedowns that DDP had. And Sean threw a lot of good jabs, threw a lot of good punches. DDP's leg kicks were definitely doing damage. Um, so I think that it was close. I even told Pops that I could see where if somebody even said that could be called a draw, how it could be called that because Sean threw a lot of good punches. I mean, if you look at DDP took a beating. But a lot of people tried to say that because DDP's face looked worse than Sean's did, that automatically mean that Sean won. And I don't agree with that. I also think that there are people who are saying that Sean won like 4-1, and I can't agree with that too. Now, if you had even tried to argue that Sean won this fight, depending on how you scored it, I could potentially see that. I mean, this fight was very close. I think the closest I've seen since besides this was probably Peter Yan and Sean O'Malley. I mean, it was very close. And I even said there, like, well, I wanted Sean O'Malley to win. If Peter Yan had been ruled the winner, I could see why. And then this is one of those fights where I also feel like it was the same. Um, I'm just not a fan of Sean Strickland, like, outside of the octagon. A perfect example is how much he's talked about like Ian Gary and Sean O'Malley and all these people, and he's talked about like some of the like personal stuff he's went after. But then when DDP makes a comment, they had their whole brawl, which I still think that was so staged. It wasn't even funny. But then Sean gets super butthurt and starts complaining about it, and apparently he even sent DDP a bunch of text messages asking him to not talk about that. And I just, you know, I've been pretty consistent with my trash talk opinion. Like, if you're gonna trash talk, if you're going to dish it out, then you need to be able to take it. And if you take it too far, the other person, if they take it too far, that's kind of it's kind of the what you reap and what you sow. And I think that's it's kind of what Sean got because he likes to talk about a lot of stuff. He's super misogynistic, super anti-gay, super all of this, that's his opinion. I definitely don't agree with any of that. But when you're in a sport where you have to back it up, I think he can back it up. I mean, dude's a warrior. No matter what you say about him out of the ring, like he likes to fight. Like he legitimately likes to fight. He even said he didn't care if he lost the belt. He was just looking to fight. And there are things about Sean that I can actually respect. He's come from a pretty dark background and all of that. So, and no matter what you say, he may have only had one title defense and lost, but he he upset the world when he beat Izzy. Nobody saw him winning, including Pops and myself. We both thought Izzy was going to win that soundly, and I thought it was going to be a second round TKO. And Strickland just beat him up. I think the one thing about Strickland that hurts him is that he's a fighter and he'll throw a lot of punches, but he doesn't really have that knockout ability. You know, Poetan slept him. You know, he could have lost against DDP if DDP would have gotten some more punches thrown. I think that's the one thing about Sean is Sean likes to stand up, but he likes to just trade punch for punch and punch for punch, and he leaves himself open a lot. I can't tell you how many times I saw last night where if the score says that he lost, it's because he left himself open because he was trying to throw punches of his own. I've always said his stand-up defense wasn't great, and I think that's why he won against Izzy because he changed the way he defended in that fight. Um, So I don't know. DDP won, and I'm happy that he won. But I could see it also being called a draw, or even if Sean won, it was very close. So I think that hopefully we're getting the Izzy DDP fight next. With Costa losing, I don't see him in there. Maybe Kamzat, but from what I saw the rankings, Kamzat's actually kind of down there. I know there's some others that I'm forgetting right now that we could be looking at too. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely looking forward to O'Malley Cheeto. Obviously I'm an O'Malley guy, so I'm definitely going to root for O'Malley there. But I also like that Wang fight that's coming up. I think that's going to be a good fight. She's a beast, so always looking forward to that. And then I'm really intrigued to see how they're going to shape up UFC 300. So I'll wait for Pops to kind of send his, and then we'll kind of go from there. Leave in the comments if you guys have anything you want to say. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.